My, M41, best friend Jack since kindergarten cheated on his wife Anna, F39, with a girl half his age Max, F25. Anna is one of the best human beings I've ever met. She is very beautiful, kind and caring. She is very successful too. When Jack met her, he was so in love that he wrote an ironclad prenup just to be with her. In other words, Jack has nothing to his name. He met Max on a work trip and it was then that he cheated on Anna. The affair lasted for 2 months until Max made an ultimatum, to leave his wife for her. Jack refused and tried to end the affair, so Max told Anna everything. This broke Anna beyond repair and she told Jack that she couldn't forgive him. They're in the process of divorcing now and Jack lives in a small studio apartment near his work. After Jack lost hope to reconciliation with Anna, he started seeing Max again. Now they're officially dating. My wife Pat, F32, knows all these details. She is a more forgiving and understanding person than I am and I love that about her. She is way more tolerant because I am Team Anna and there's nothing Jack can say to make me change my opinion. Now everything is settled. My wife said that she wanted to invite Jack and his new GF to our place. I was very reluctant at first, but my wife insisted that my friendship with Jack is important. We are basically brothers and we should accept people we love even with their flaws. It made sense and I trust my wife to always make sense. The dinner was awkward. I couldn't see past these two cheaters. Jack pretending to be happy and Max overexcited over the fact that she won this prize named Jack. I understood then that things won't be the same, but my wife was right. I love Jack and that's the most important now. Max talked about her upbringing and the hard life she had growing up. She talked about her future with Jack and all the fun they would have. It dawned on me that she didn't know that they couldn't do half of what she is dreaming of with Jack's salary. It dawned on me why she chose him and why she was so willing to hurt an innocent woman that way. She had learned to know that Jack who lived in fancy hotels and drove a fancy car. When I asked her about their living arrangements, Max said that Jack temporarily is living in a studio apartment until the divorce is settled. Max talked about what she would do to their place, renovation and redecorating. The apartment that Anna bought for her family with her hard-earned money. The one she decorated with her husband from scratch to make it their home. I remember how happy and full of dreams she was when she found her dream home. To hear Max sitting there, talking about how she would use money she never earned to redecorate a home she wasn't entitled to. Making fun of another woman's taste and style. It brought tears to my eyes. Yes, men can get emotional too. Jack has not told Max the truth. When they left, Pat and I started discussing our dear friends. I was very surprised when Pat angrily told me that I was cruel and callous for not wanting to enlighten Max about her new situation. My wife thought that Max had a tough life and she deserved to have a good life now. I was taken aback by my wife's logic. I told my wife that I will not tell Max anything, but that if she wanted them be my guest. But now I don't understand my wife and I'm turned off by her morals. Anna was a great friend to my wife, but my wife doesn't seem to give a rat's ass about her. My wife then got very angry and accused me of caring too much about Anna. That's when I ended the discussion because I realized that this was going below the belt. Update: I have fallen in love with my best friend's ex-wife. This is so convoluted, but I will try my best to make it make sense. Be patient with me. About my wife Pat. Sometimes you think that you know the person you fell in love with married. But then something serious happens and your relationship stands in a trial, something divisive, and you find yourself standing on the opposite sides. You start wondering about the person you chose to create a life with and wonder why you love them when they're so different from you. You realize that you probably love the version of them that you created in your head. We had a lot of discussions, Pat and I, about how I felt about her new friendship with Jack and Max, and she ignored my disdain for what they'd done. I understand that people fall in and out of love and they move on. But then other people in their surroundings also should have feelings or opinions about these decisions. Nobody is right or wrong. Pat's approach was very non-judgmental, which is obviously a very admirable thing, but I found myself on the opposite side. While Pat insisted on inviting Jack and Max, forming new friendships with them. The more I hung out with my former best friend and his mistress, the more I disliked them and realized they are not the kind of people I want in my life, and by extension the more I disliked Pat. Our disagreements got more intense and more frequent. I told Pat that this wasn't working for me anymore and she accused me of choosing a pathetic loser over our marriage. Of course she is entitled to believe whatever she wants. That was not my reason according to me, and the truth is probably something in between. About Jack and Max. Pat told Max that Jack is actually not the one with the money like he had been pretending, and while he is probably not going to be totally empty-handed in this divorce settlement, it won't be the amount that would allow all the dreams and plans she's made, especially when Anna is getting full custody. This put a big wedge between Jack and Max, and they have been off again on again since the revelation. Jack has expressed a lot of disgust and repulsion towards Max, so I really don't understand this relationship and why these two miserable people stay together, nor do I want to understand. They disgust me and I am done with them. About Anna. When she heard about my separation from my wife, she reached out to both of us. She said that since she's gone through something similar, she wanted to offer support and love. She said that she knew what we were going through. We started talking on the phone and texting. Now almost daily, and I have met up with her on few occasions for dinners. I find myself thinking about her all the time, and when I wake up in the morning, I go directly to my phone to see if she has sent me a good morning text, and I know my day will be just fine when I find one. Not sure if this is love or if I'm falling for her. Not sure if pursuing anything with her is wise. I have not told anyone about these feelings, and I'm not sure I ever will. I just know that I love having her in my life. She is a great friend, and maybe I shouldn't ruin this beautiful friendship with this beautiful woman because of some desires. Comments where Op has replied. Nina 1292. I remember your first post, and I also remember how I didn't like how your wife responded to the whole cheating and becoming friends with the mistress as you painted it. So before you pull the trigger on possibly blowing up two friendships going further, if that's what Anna wants, make sure you're divorced first, but other than that, live your life how you want. I'll probably get downvoted. You only live once. As far as your former friend Misery loves company, those two deserve each other. Oop. That's what I'm planning to do. I have no plans on confessing to Anna, and I honestly don't even know what she feels about me. What I know is that I'm glad that we are friends again, and I think she is too. Mobile_difference. Yeah, I'd why everyone's mad your wife was basically supporting cheating. You're not even cheating, you separated and a friendship bloomed because of it. Birds of a feather flock together, aka if my partner wanted to be friends with a cheater and their mistress, it assumed they'd want a mistress of their own. Oop. Not even supporting cheating. Totally ignoring and dismissing my feelings that I didn't want to hang out with Jack and Max. It became like a statement from her part that these people are in our lives. I never took any contact with Anna because I knew my wife didn't want that. One simple no was enough. She didn't spare me the same decency. Anyway. Additional info. The thing is, Jack changed a whole lot too. It wasn't only the questionable morality of having an affair, and I don't know if he always been this way but never needed to show his true colors because he was married to a brilliant woman who made him a better man, or that in fact his affair did change him. He is moronic, bitter, angry all the time. So very disrespectful of everything and everyone. He called Anna, the mother of his children, a WHRE, and even his new GF. He calls her a disgusting gold digger, home wrecker, loser and ugly, sometimes to her face, in front of us, making me nauseated and very uncomfortable. He hasn't seen his children since Anna made it clear that they would never go back together, like their purpose is done. Never once did he say he misses his children. Hell, even I miss them greatly. And Pat has seen all these changes and it doesn't bother her, not even a little. What she told me was that he will have more children with his new GF. I remember the fight we had after this conversation. I never really recovered from it. It is true what they say, that people show their true colors when times are bad. Now on to the next story. Story 2. I took my new girlfriend from her nerdy friend group, and now I'm pretty sure one of them has feeling for her. I met my now girlfriend at our campus gym. I jokingly asked her to spot me, made a joke about me not being a big guy. I'm not, and somehow ended up getting her to go on a date with me after we were done. We've been together ever since. While I was getting to know her, she admitted to being a huge geek. I never would have guessed, but apparently her brother pretty much gave her a constant stream of stuff like that. At the time I thought, cool, we could play Xbox together or something. There actually wasn't a whole lot of overlap, besides some games like Halo. She's into a lot of things I never paid attention to, including D&D, Final Fantasy, WoW, etc. It's been pretty fun, and we still work out/run together all the time, and she'll watch me play intramural sports. We're going to do some co-ed leagues together, too. The only problem is that a small group of her friends hate the shit out of me. I'll name the main problem guy, Bill. There's been a couple of really passive-aggressive things him and his little group have done. 1. We were playing Destiny, and doing a strike, which is for 3 players. It was Bill, my girlfriend, and me. He kept leaving the party and inviting her to a different party. When she refused, he sent a text saying another one of their friends was on and wanted to play. My girlfriend decided to just play with me and one of my friends. 2. My girlfriend has a nice apartment. I'm probably over there 5 nights a week, including Saturdays. On Saturday, they have a D&D party basically. Some of her friends who play, including Bill, come over and play D&D. Bill complained about all of the people who come over and don't play. Everyone else just drinks and has a good time. My girlfriend told him to get over it because everyone else has a good time. 3. Another video game related issue. My girlfriend had all of us play Diablo 3 hardcore. Her, Bill, me, and Ryan, who is actually a good guy. I was having a little fun, basically making my girlfriend hold my hand through the game. Bill ran ahead and got killed. He was pissed. 4. He invited my girlfriend to a concert with him and his closer friends after I had already bought the tickets for us to go and have her see my family again. The festival is in my hometown. My girlfriend told him that we might see him there, and he asked if we would even be together that long. It's in December. 5. This one's probably the most egregious. Yesterday he literally sent a text to me saying I'm hogging my girlfriend. I sent something saying that if she didn't want to hang out with me so much she wouldn't. He replied I didn't have to do everything with my girlfriend, and that it was annoying people. I'm positive he has a crush on her. My girlfriends told me that she grew up with him, but never really liked him, that he was a part of the group and she'd rather not make a fuss. She's pretty non-confrontational. I don't think I can really blame him for having a crush on her. She's a beautiful girl and all, but I definitely think he's been nothing but an ass this whole time. Fortunately, I'm not very threatened, mainly because he isn't my girlfriend's type physically, if what I look like is anything to go off of. Should I just ignore him? Update 1. Well, those of you that said just wait and let him escalate things, he did just that. Something I ate must have given me food poisoning 2 days ago, so she's been taking care of me for the few days. If that's not intimacy, I don't know what is. She got a call from Bill, who was at her apartment with some of her friends. She pretty much has an open door policy. People drop by unannounced all the time. She went to go meet them. Apparently they decided to have some sort of intervention, basically saying what Bill had said to me earlier in text, that I didn't have to do everything with them and that we spent too much time together. It escalated because my girlfriend got angry, and they aren't friends anymore. My girlfriend came home crying. I did my best to comfort her, and we haven't heard from them since yesterday. Apparently there were a few more people, including some of her female friends in that group, that she's been really close with who had a problem with us, but most of her friends didn't bother taking a side. How do I support her through this? She's lost a relatively large chunk of friends, and even if they weren't great friends, they were the people she shared her hobbies with. Obviously if she wants to do anything with me I'll do it with her, but I can't replace all of them. She's not crying anymore, she's just angry at this point. Advice would be great. Update 2. John, another one of her original D&D buddies from high school, sent my girlfriend an email asking if they could talk with us yesterday. We agreed, honestly thinking that they might apologize. They actually decided to tell my girlfriend that they'd still like to be friends, and that they didn't have to be friends with me to be friends with her. My girlfriend said she understood that, but wasn't even sure if she still wanted to be friends. They actually apologized for putting her in that position the other day when they tried an intervention. She still said the only way that they could ever be friends again was to apologize to me and her. I really don't know why. I had to ask what they didn't like about me. They told me, and honestly some of their points had a little merit, and I'll probably have to work on them. 1. I only met my girlfriend because I was physically attracted to her, and decided to talk to her. I don't think this is a legitimate criticism. 2. I spend too much time with my girlfriend, which I do, but like I said in the previous post, it's something we both currently want, and I've never told her to hang out with me over them or something. 3. I only talk to my girlfriend when we're all in a group. I guess I do tend to do that. I see how that's annoying when we're having a conversation no one else is a part of. 4. They feel like I've had my girlfriend kick them out before. She has a few times so we could be together. Both times I didn't tell her to. 5. Apparently I've taken advantage of her. She turned 21 before me, so I would always give her cash so she could go run up to the ABC store and get whatever we wanted to drink that night. On one night, this was when we were first dating and still using them, I asked her to get condoms because we ran out. Apparently they were there with her, and she was really embarrassed about it. I definitely thanked her. She didn't seem upset about it at the time, and when I talked to her after we left I apologized for putting her in a place she felt uncomfortable. 6. Apparently my friends that came over made a few jokes about D&D, and made them feel uncomfortable. I actually apologized for this, although I'm probably not going to say anything to them. We weren't really more than acquaintances. 7. Bill heard a story, and thus told it to the rest of the group, from one of my few high school friends, who I might actually talk to about this, who came to this school about a few of the girls I dated in high school, and that I had a nasty habit of leading girls on in high school. I did, but my senior year my mom and my older sister sat me down and told me to cut the shit out and treat women with more respect, so I did. I've told my girlfriend about this. I consider it to be one of the more important moments of my life. Anyways, we left, my girlfriend and I talked it over. She's still not going to forgive them if they don't apologize to both of us. She said she doesn't want to spend any less time with me, and sent an email pretty much saying that to them. 2 of the 6 have already apologized by way of a phone call. I should note that Bill wasn't there. I think he's out of town for whatever reason, not sure if he'll apologize or not. I wanted some advice on how to be around the group that did/will apologize. The 2 girls in the group are her friends that usually come over multiple times a week, as opposed to the D&D group who came over once a week. I think the girls will probably start inviting her out more as opposed to hanging out in her apartment. I really don't think that, if they continue playing D&D, that they'll be able to hang out somewhere else. My girlfriend said that she'd be willing to move the D&D night, with the people that have apologized, and have everyone just come over Saturday. If I am with her normally when they play, should I just leave? I felt like I could have done that earlier, but knowing that they really don't like me makes me feel uncomfortable, even if I'm pretty sure she wouldn't put up with it. The fact that, from what I've gathered so far, that Bill gathered that info about me from my high school friend makes me uneasy. I don't have anything to hide, but he basically researched me. I haven't said anything about this because I do want my girlfriend to have her friends back. I think our relationship is still doing really great. We had a lot of fun this weekend before they asked to meet us. I also wanted to apologize for posting so much. I'm not terribly close with my friends. I can't really talk to them about this, and it's also nice to get some outside perspectives on everything. Comments where Op has replied. Jan Carius, Siryu Jin. I would have been really pissed if someone so at my games had his friends over and they made fun of me and my friends for playing D&D. To the point of not welcome here anymore. Oop. They're not coming over again, I just won't invite them. He_Saki. I definitely think Bill was an instigator in all of this, but for just a moment try to see it from the rest of their points of view. Hey Reddit. We have this friend that we love to play D&D with. She has a new so, and they seem to really like each other. However, she seems to always spend her time with him, including on our game nights. We try to talk to him, but he basically ignores us. On top of that, his friends made fun of us one night and he didn't stand up to them, which you think he would since his GF loves playing D&D. One of the other group members said he used to be a huge womanizer a few years ago. When we tried to talk to her about it, she just got really mad and is demanding an apology to the both of them. What should I do? I'm not exactly defending them, but everyone on here seems to be jumping down their throats as well. From your point of view they are being unreasonable, but from their point of view you are being a jerk. I don't know what the intervention was actually like, but can you at least see why some of them might have been concerned? They probably took it a little too far, with Bill leading the way, I'm sure, but you aren't faultless either. I think you need to drop Bill, and then try to get to know them all individually instead of lumping them into her D&D group. Having everything be relayed through other people is a little juvenile. Maybe try to just grab coffee with one or two of them? Or have them try to teach you to play. Essentially, what I'm trying to say, is don't make your GF push her friends away because of one idiot. Oop. I definitely plan on making an effort with the ones that apologized. I think the reason I never talked to them so much was that they were probably a little hesitant around me, and I just took that as them not really wanting a conversation. I never heard my friends saying anything. If I did I would have said something, even if it's just a little defense, because of my girlfriend. I've never really been called a womanizer before. It wasn't really the number, so much as the way that I treated my two high school girlfriends. I didn't really care for them, but I couldn't say no to either of them when they offered sex. It was just so easy to say yes. I still feel terrible about it. But yeah, I think I will try to view them more as individuals. I don't think I'd immediately offer to play with them for a while unless things go well and they want me to. I'm really not interested in playing. I really don't think I forced her into doing anything. Unfortunately, Bill ended up apologizing, so I just feel like I'll keep an eye on him for now.